Hello. So this is going to be a really quick video talking about giving yourself an energy surge using your chakras. And basically this is going to be using the solar plexus to bring you a feeling of self-confidence and a lot of energy, like really quick. It's a technique. It seems that I'm not sure where it comes from. I just kind of like have been experimenting with my body and my breathing and just how everything works. But this is what I've found. So where you flex your body, you pull your energy. So one way that I've been imagining it is, and this is kind of like me wondering how intelligent infinity could be reached through the solar plexus. And it's just interesting to me. I find that so interesting because it's like after using the heart, it kind of puts me into this space now where I'm able to look at everything through this sense of unity, but it's like this kind of sense of understanding that nothing in his heart is evil. It's just that things are kind of known and done differently by different people. But the interesting thing that I found is that when I was imagining it, what I saw was, okay, so you have the third eye here, and I saw it looked like a triangle, kind of like a triangle like this, and it was like a direct beam down to right here, and it was like pulling all of that energy here and forcing it up, and then like it's almost like a slingshot, like it's like you're basically shooting yourself into this realm of new consciousness. But what I've seen is, because I'm not trying to contact intelligent infinity through my solar plexus, I've already kind of in a way done it through my heart. So what I'm trying to do now is understand the negative polarity in order to be able to increase my positive polarity. So I want to understand how these kind of other entities do their work, but in order to be able to do work in consciousness for service to other people. So basically, like I learn how these entities work in order to be able to share that with you, so that you can know how they work, so you can make sure you can, one, defend yourself from them, and two, you can polarize quicker in a positive sense, because you can use that information to discern through the other person without a veil of negativity that's kind of like normally put over these events. Anyway, so basically what I'm trying to do is trying to show you how you can pull a shitload of energy right here, and you can basically hold it there and then coalesce it, and you can either use it to boost into your heart, or you can use it to boost up to other chakras. But you have to understand how to move that energy into a different spot. So a lot of people, they have their energy and it's like stuck in this area right here. What you can do is you can actually, through your breath, you basically, like, I'll show you like this. So you pull your energy. Yeah, I have a giant scar in the middle of my chest, but you pull your energy right here and you flex that energy really hard. Like, so you flex it all. And then what that does is it pulls your energy from here and from here, and it kind of like centralizes it in this one spot right here. And then from there, you can close the channel, the root channel, and you can then take that pool of energy that you have from flexing all of that energy right here, and then keep the flex. So like, you'll see as I flex my body, you'll see that it's like it basically moves the energy here, and then through flexing, and I'm flexing right here, but what I'm doing is basically, as I'm doing it, I'm closing the root channel and then moving and flexing, and as the energy moves up my body, I'm flexing starting from here up and then just continuing up. And then you can actually, flex the pec muscles and everything, and kind of like what it does is it puts your attention onto that spot in your body. So when you do that, you move your energy into that spot, because where attention goes, your energy flows. So you flex that energy into here, and then you'll feel it pull up, and you hold that for like 20 seconds or 30 seconds, and it'll start to get hot, and it'll start to get like really, really like tingly in a way right here. Then you breathe in a very powerful breath. So it's going to be like this. You're going to flex that energy into here and go like that. And that's going to move that energy up into the heart. And then you're going to feel this sense of like relaxation. And it's going to feel like, I don't even know how to describe it. It feels like relaxation, and it's almost like a big, like this part of your face kind of like heats up in a way, and it like radiates out energy. But what you're doing is you're flexing the energy down, so you're moving it here, and then you're slowly visualizing it and flexing your muscles as it comes up. You'll feel the energy moving up. You close the mulband, or the spot that is in between the anus and the genitals, and you squeeze that. It's the same thing that you use to squeeze when you're trying to stop a stream of urine. And you squeeze that, and then you flex that energy up, and you're trying to get it into the heart. But what I was interested in was just seeing what it was like to pull it just into the solar plexus. And what it does for me is it just gives me a big burst of physical energy, and it makes me feel like powerful. But I prefer the energy to be sitting in the heart, because it's very loving, and it makes me start to cry a lot, and it makes me like feel these feelings of profound connection with everything. And I find that so beautiful. And the solar plexus is a cool place to sit too, because it's like, it feels very powerful, and it feels like kind of like that kind of like, oh wait, hold on. Like, I'll try to send a bunch of energy through the screen. It's hard to kind of show this in the way that it feels through the screen, but we're gonna try. So it's like, and that's moving the energy up to about right here. And it kind of does that. So it goes, and then it kind of spreads out. You'll feel your whole body start to heat up. That's because you're basically collecting this energetic field. And then you can do a lot of different things with this. So like with that golden energy, you can make a shield around yourself to where you can shield yourself from negative thought forms and things like that. So like you actually use that, because you visualize, you see the color of yellow, you visualize that color pulling up right here, and then you have to visualize it going up and out and then around and then coming back up. So you envelop yourself in this kind of bubble, or like a imaginary bubble, and you basically, in order to hold on to that, you have to continue to hold your attention on it. So but you can also develop one that will hold for the entire time. You just have to put intention into that energy. So it's like kind of like the same thing as the creating of energy balls, but like instead of putting it into a specific one thing, you're using it to basically harden or strengthen your energetic field to where nothing else can really penetrate through it. I find this really interesting, because it's just like these different breath works, and then like the postures make a huge difference. So if you look from the side, try to keep your posture to where you're in alignment. So you're in line like this. And what that does, because when you sit hunched over like this, I used to sit like this all the time. I didn't understand what it was doing to me. It actually puts you in this space. Oh man, I got like hiccups or something. Let's just breathe. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to go so fast for some reason. All right, but it puts you into a space where you kind of, never mind. I kind of forgot what I was saying there. Anyways, so the whole thing that I'm trying to get to is the fact that you can pull your energy and move it into different spaces to have different experiences. So depending on what you want to do, you visualize the energy in a different way. So instead of just going into the solar plexus, you can go into any other energy center. You just have to, in order to be able to reach the throat, you have to move through the heart, unless you are, unless you're basically, because like what I found is the way that the way it's reached through the solar plexus seems to be through the force of will, but it's like if you think about a will that is that strong, it normally comes across as something that is like powerful feelings are generally considered negative. So like when somebody has a lot of powerful feelings and they come across to another person strongly, a lot of times that's taken as a negative feeling. When yes, a lot of times like when they manifest as anger, yes, they are very negative feelings. But you can also like be aware of that kind of energy, and you can start to use it to your advantage. So instead of just being afraid of your negativity, you can actually just pull it into the heart and then transmute that energy into a stronger heart ray energy, and you can use that to actually like bring yourself into more of a contact with everything around you. And what I mean by contact with everything around you is not like talking to it, but it's like this feeling of connection with everything around you, to where you can kind of like, you can seep your consciousness into that thing and then take the information from it. So like instead of looking to something else and trying to take information from something else as something else, you actually use your consciousness to become a part of it, and then through being a part of it, you take information from its own source of information. So you merge the source of information, and then you basically you distribute that through both people at the same time. And the only way to do that is through the heart. And I mean, you can do it technically through other ways, but you have to be a master of manipulation, and you have to basically force the other person to bid to your will, which is not a very fun thing to do, especially for the person who's doing that. And like it seems as though it's like something that literally it's very interesting, because like with the negative path, it's very interesting because they're so caught in their egos that it gets to a point where they're just like always searching for something else, you know? There's never any satisfaction. But it's like so powerful of an urge that it causes them to do whatever it means it takes in order to be able to find these things that they're looking for. I don't know. I've been just really thinking about this whole positive negative thing, and I've been trying to learn like where is the path that takes all of the advantages of service to others and kind of merges it with all of the advantages of service to self into like one kind of service to others, being service to self. So like basically like in order to serve other people, you learn how to basically let other people know this secret information that's only been shared through like these small kind of channels, and then you basically bring that to everybody, and you allow them to actually have their own discernment. And through that, a lot of people will start to understand that the only way to serve yourself is to serve other people. And in that service, you have to have this kind of centered consciousness where you understand that no matter what you're doing, you're always serving the Creator. So there's no bad or good. Remember that. So like another way that the negative kind of like polarizes themselves is that they convince the other person that there is something to fear, and through that fear they control and manipulate them. So if you can actually understand that there's nothing that's evil in the universe and everything is just kind of a reflection of your consciousness, then you can understand that fear that they're trying to get you to feel is actually a falsity, and it's something that you can basically use to understand where they're coming from, and also to protect yourself from their manipulation. So I'm not sure if I really want to put this video out just yet, but I may end up doing it. So this has just been really quick. I'm just trying to get some information about the service to others path, and through a lot of different means, and it's just really interesting to me to see how I don't know, man. It's just it's so weird to see how the service to self path is so, they're so selfish, and they're so like, even if they had anything good to give you, they would literally only give you the least amount of it to keep you coming back for more. And I think of that in so many different ways, because like I see that in so many different things in the society, and like all of these, it seems like all of the pharmaceuticals and all that kind of stuff is literally meant to put people in that kind of consciousness. And it's just like there's so many different things in society that show an influence of service to self. And I would just love to learn how to, and not love to, I've been doing this, but like I've been learning how to counteract those things that our society are doing through just energetic work. And the only way to do that is through understanding how the other kind of like polarity works, in order to be able to use that information to basically depolarize these other beings. And I think that what it's going to end up doing is kind of like taking, because you have like these polarizations that are like all the way over here and all the way over here, but I think they're going to end up coming back and kind of just meeting in the middle in a way. But I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, and I hope that this helped anybody. And I know that I've been rambling a lot in this video, and it's probably like not going to be one that gets as much kind of attention, but we'll see how it goes. So have a good day.